Cameron Tiny Dantzler, man. My boy, right? Y'all know how I feel about my boy, man. That's my boy. Should we give him another chance next year, man? I'm going to tell you what, man. Y'all going to ask me, why does the thumbnail say right place, wrong time, right? The thumbnail says right place, wrong time. I'm going to explain this, right? Cameron Dantzler is definitely in the right place. Where is that? The Minnesota Vikings, man. Especially for me, because y'all know I have an attachment to my boy, man. I just always pick a young player out the draft every year and I get attached to him and want to just ride for him, man, and hope that they do good, right? So he happened to be that guy when we drafted him in 2020. Now, my thing is this, man. Cameron Dantzler, I feel like, took a step back this year. He had a decent game against the Bears, closing that out with that strip fumble for the recovery, man. You know what I'm saying? But if you think about the landscape, right? This is what scares me about Cameron Dantzler going into this offseason, man, training camp and going into the next season is we have a Caleb Evans, right? Caleb Evans, I feel like the last coaching staff kind of liked him a little more than Cameron Dantzler. I think they wanted to play him more. He showed out in training camp and OTAs and things like that. So I think they were kind of waiting for the opportunity for Cameron Dantzler to slip. You know, now he got injured. We don't want to see anybody get injured, but the opportunity came about. Caleb Evans stepped in and then he shined for the most part. Some people will argue that Caleb Evans, if you just compare them off 5 games in the season, they'll say that Caleb Evans had a better season than Cameron Dantzler, right? And then you have Duke Shelley that steps in. And Duke Shelley, you're going to argue that Duke Shelley had a better season than Cameron Dantzler if you just judge them off 5 games or whatever, right? Just saying like what you saw, how the play was. Duke Shelley absolutely was one of the strong points on the defense for the whole defense, really, right? Rightfully so, man. Shout out to Duke Shelley, right? Then you got Andrew Booth Jr. That people think, hey, Andrew Booth was a savage in college. Me, I'm off Andrew Booth Jr. Y'all know how I feel, but there's a lot of Vikings fans, rightfully so, that feel like he might be the future still. That's a thing. That really is a thing, right? As I'm naming these names, Cameron Dantzler's name just keeps trickling down the depth chart. All right. Now, Patrick Peterson. If I was Cameron Dantzler, I would be hoping that Patrick Peterson calls it quits or goes somewhere else. Because if Patrick Peterson stays, we know he's going to be a starter, right? And then what's going to kill Cameron Dantzler even more, which breaks my heart, man, is that y'all know in the draft, I want Davon Witherspoon, or we might go Emmanuel Forbes, but we're getting one of these cornerbacks. I'm going to tell you that right now. It's happening. So what does that mean? That just means that there's another layer put right on top of Cameron Dantzler, that he's going to have to prove that he's better than this player. I mean, I just don't see the path of Cameron Dantzler getting back in there and being solidified, right? Being solidified as, hey, there's no competition. Cameron Dantzler is absolutely starting cornerback going into the season next season. I just don't see it, and it breaks my heart because I want Cameron Dantzler to be good, man. And this is the thing. Cameron Dantzler, back to why I say the thumbnail says right place, wrong time. Well, like I said, the right place is the Minnesota Vikings. But the wrong time is having Ed Donatell come in this season and running shell defense. Cameron Dantzler has good reflexes, man. He needs to be playing up on the ball. He's a better cornerback when he plays up on the ball. It's obvious. He has good reflexes. He's an opportunist. I tell y'all this all the time. Cameron Dantzler's he's like that one friend that you have that if something is lying around and just says, steal me, they're going to do it, bro. Like, it's just like that. The klepto. You feel me? That's what I look at Cameron Dantzler is in a good way, though, on the football field. And it's crazy, man, because I think that it might be coming to an end. But this is the thing, man, Cam. I'm talking to you. Right now, this is me talking to you. I watch you on Instagram and I follow you and I see you riding around in your Lambo truck and all that good stuff. I'm going to tell you this, man. I don't know if you are or not, but I'm going to tell you that if you're not, you need to be in the gym working out right now, man. Don't wait until a month before training camp and OTA start. Get in there now, because I'm going to tell you what. There's young guys that are coming in the NFL this season, and we're going to draft one of them, and guess what? They're going to want your job, bro. And I'm going to tell you now, you've already had 3 years to show what you got, and yes, I see the potential. There's a couple other of us that see the potential that absolutely love you and think you are that guy, but I feel like 2 seasons in a row, man, you took a step back. This season, I'll say a half a step. You feel me? I'll say a half a step. But 2022, man, you took a full step And this last season, you took a half a step back. So you're behind the 8 ball, man. You got to turn up, bro. You got to turn up, bro. Don't let me down, bro. Because I rock with you heavy, man. You are my dude, man. That needle, man. Come on, man. Number 3. Do it for R.A. Peasy, dog. Like, quit playing. Because this is the thing. I'm going to tell you now, man, like I named all of the cornerbacks that we have on this roster, and there's no telling what we might do in free agency. Y'all see that I'm calling for Xavier Howard. You know what I'm saying? Cameron Sutton. Like, it's going to get sticky, man. It's going to get sticky, man. How do y'all feel about Cam Dantzler? Do y'all think he should absolutely already be solidified and have a starting spot on the Vikings defense with Brian Flores? I think Brian Flores is looking for a more aggressive cornerback. So I see people like Davon Witherspoon being more of his prototype, a cornerback he would hand select. But let's see, man. If we get Cam Dantzler in the right scheme, he is going to be a savage and a blessing for the Minnesota Vikings. I still feel like that to this day, man. So, hey, shout out to my boy Cam, man. I'm still riding with you, bro. You got this 1 year, man. Hopefully they give you an opportunity to show and your window hasn't closed, man. I think it's still open a little bit. Make it happen. Y'all let me know how y'all feel down in the comment section about him. Appreciate you. Holla at your boy.
Yeah. Smooth summer. Who running? I hear them talking, but they ain't gonna do nothing. Celebration, I might have a toast with you. I'm feeling good, I'm feeling great, I'm terrific. We ain't taking no losses, we winning. Undefeated, check the percentage.